Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth1204 for another episode of the Stanley Parable, brought to you by muchgames.ca. In the last episode, we didn't listen to him again. We went to the right, we pretty much broke the entire game.
What could it mean?
And
Stanley decided to go to the
then
meeting
when
room.
we tried to
Perhaps
go
he
to
had
the
simply
left,
missed a
it was
memo.
different than the first time. We got stuck because we can't talk. And we ended up watching the credits through
When
the
Stanley
ceiling
came
here
to a set
from
of two
Stanley
open
just
doors, he entered the door
sitting
on his
here.
left.
What the narrator was saying, come on Stanley, move, why? So yeah, we're just gonna listen to the narrator this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
Let it
answer
ball
there.
up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Yes. See, now we can open up the broom closet. But, oh, we couldn't go down last time either.
Stanley walked upstairs to his
No, but I
boss's
said we're
office.
gonna be listening to him this time. I'm gonna go down next time, I think. Yeah, see, last time also there was no executive bathroom here because everything was all screwed up. And this door led to a green room instead of the regular room with like a voice activated thing that I probably could have opened somehow, but...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
There's that panda
Shocked,
with the
unraveled,
gun against his
Stanley
head
wondered
said
in
business
disbelief
strategy.
who orchestrated
What does that
this.
say?
What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the
whatever.
terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, and then we go down here, and we press the button. So let's see what happens when we destroy the mind control machine this time. Because last time we pressed on and the narrator got really annoyed at us and murdered us.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do?
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question
free.
the nature of his job. Why did he feel this
free.
now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Sorry.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
So yeah, now we're in the bowels of the building. Oh, you know what?
Stanley walked
I also
straight
have to
ahead
try
through the
the,
large door that
escape
read
thing another
Mind
time,
Control
but-
Facility.
I'm gonna be listening to the narrator the whole time this time, like I said. But yeah, there's a lot of little
Room
considerations.
packed with television screens.
Yep.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
I
thought to
don't know.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I? Let's find out. Let's find out if I can find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the
see,
building.
where's my room?
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced
Somewhere
to
up there.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Scary. Big Brother's watching, you know?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
No, it
Had
can't.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Fired?
Was this the
Who
only
was
reason
fired?
he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
See
to
that at
accept
the end
it
it said
blindly?
fired.
No.
No.
He refused to believe it.
No.
He couldn't accept it.
I have to
his
be.
own life in someone else's control.
I have to be
Never.
important. I have to mean
it was
something.
Unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wow.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Scary.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
No.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It must be destroyed. Let's turn it off. No one should have this power. No one deserves to be able to control someone else.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I can't really see.
Was it over?
It's a little light there somewhere. There seems to be some sort of pole around me.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Is that the outside?
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yeah.
And yet, even
Where
as
am
the
I?
immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
That's a good question.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
I'm just a
For it was
pawn.
not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal
I want
had
freedom.
not been to understand, but to let go.
Freedom of
No
body.
longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Freedom of
what to
mind.
do, or how to feel.
Freedom of soul.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
I'm going to be
It was
me.
perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I'm going to be me, not what someone wants me to be.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his
Cinematic.
skin, the feeling of liberation,
Yes.
the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Where the hell am
This
I?
was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
But...
And Stanley was happy.
Oh wow, is this actually a happy ending? I don't like get shot by somebody. I don't wake up and realize, hey, that's what would have happened. Yep, nope, so that's another ending. So that's essentially them saying, hey, maybe should have gone done something else.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
What?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Huh? Oh, this is an interesting new twist. We have a different start. This also seems to be different, I don't know, different office sounds. Wonder if I have to, like, waiting input. Huh? So the computer is on? That one wasn't on before. It wasn't done either. Seemed to have pressed the pink button. Now let me just check the computers in the other room. Okay, so there seems to be something different happening now. All the computers are on. Is the copy machine on? I don't know. So let's pressed purple there. Can I press anything else? No. Input received. Maybe it's a code telling me what to do later. Hopefully narrator will chime in.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'll play your game this time. We started off differently again, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be different. This is
Yet there was not a single person
totally
here
blind, so I
either.
don't know. Maybe I was supposed to
Feeling
go
a
the other
wave of
way or do
disbelief,
something.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the
Okay,
broom
yeah.
closet,
No.
but there was nothing here. So
I'm
he turned
gonna-
coming to a
you know what?
staircase.
I'm gonna go down
Stanley
this time.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna go down this time. Nothing over here, so let's go in here. There's a car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work
Yeah.
hours. He might be fired for that.
No.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I would
And
too.
then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
That's
All of my
possible.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
That makes no sense.
None of it made any logical sense.
No.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
It's more logical that
For
one
example,
person would go crazy.
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's a good
Why
question.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Yay! Oh,
he
wow.
yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
Oh, this is beautiful.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
I guess so. I
Go
hope so.
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float.
Oh my god, I'm actually flying.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh wow.
It was so
This took
much
a weird
fun,
twist.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How
is
was
beautiful.
he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Am I dead?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's a good question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by
Oh my
Stanley,
god, this is
who
too
found
meta.
it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Oh god, this is hurting my head.
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
No.
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Why would I dream
Believing
that there's
if
a
he's
voice in my
asleep,
head?
He doesn't have to take responsibility for himself. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Just
that
gonna
this
keep
was
walking.
in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yeah, like,
How else
seriously.
would the voice explain all that?
Yeah.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove
Please,
it.
voice.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So
How?
he closed his eyes gently,
Okay.
and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Wake up.
The press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up,
Wake up.
he thought to himself.
Wake up.
I'm through with this dream.
Wake up.
I wish it to be over.
Wake up.
Let me go back to my job.
Wake up.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Wake up and be
It's all I
boring.
want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Yes.
I am normal.
I feel
Everything
good.
will be fine.
I feel great. I feel wonderful.
I am okay.
Okay. And I'm exactly where I was. Ah, dang it.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. And everything went black.
Oh. Well. What happened?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
What?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked
Oh my
to her
God.
place of work. But on this particular
It's
day,
another human.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Whoa.
And then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Whoa.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Whoa.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Whoa.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel
crazy.
better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Yeah.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Oh God, the narrator latched onto someone else. The cycle continues.
Staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She just can't be bothered. And thus is life. Let me just hear.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Oh well, all the computers are going crazy. You know what? I think I'm going to end off the episode here. No input, just this is the loading screen words repeated over and over. I'm sure. Wait. Oh wow, I have to keep playing through this. Okay. So in the next episode, hopefully I'll have something going on here to you know, just work through. As I go through, I'm gonna have to remember to keep hitting these things and seeing what that does. So yeah, this has been Sephiroth1204, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye bye.